Hi, Miles of Sanity 602 reporting to you at the Nightmare Central with day number 17's film review of my fourth annual 31 Days of Horror film reviews. That's right, we are on day number 17, 14 more to go. And on day number 17, we're going to be discussing a film that's featured in this two film pack, which is the top one, not the bottom one, which is Borderland, which is a 2007 R-rated 105-minute crime horror thriller from Zev Berman. Um, Anyways, as you can see, this is a After Dark, part of the After Dark 8 Films to Die For fest. That was something, I don't know, the whole entire ordeal behind the 8 Films to Die For ordeal. Like, what was that about? Was it, my assumption is that they got some directors or whatever that some directors that, they gave them a contest or whatever to make a film. I really don't know the whole 8 Films to Die For thing, but it was a thing. And in most cases, and from the 8 Films to Die For fest, which was terribly put together. It wasn't a film fest. It wasn't a film fest. From my knowledge, you had to pay for individually for the films when it was going on. I think it's dead now. I think it's dead and buried. There's rumors of it popping back up, but I think for the most part it's dead and buried. But it was part of the 8 Films to Die For thing, and and it took Lionsgate many years, Lionsgate, fucking Lionsgate, to make to release them, and they released them in like double packs like this. This is the only double pack of 8 Films to Die For I own. I own. Usually they have like, this is just to me, I find this to be an inappropriate pairing of the films, but that's just my opinion. Like they 8 Films to Die For done like a Butterfly Effect 3. That's right, there's 3 Butterfly Effect films. The first 2 were major releases via New Line Cinema. The first one is probably pretty much have already, if you know about Butterfly Effect, you know that the first Butterfly Effect is pretty much is Donnie Darko for stupid, or for idiots or whatever. Not idiots, but it's Donnie Darko. Well, Donnie Darko light. I have seen all 3 of them. The first one is decent. The second one is pretty shit. I don't really remember the second one all that much. The third one I remember not being that very good. But anyways, we're getting off track. With Borderland, which the film is about, it's a typical setup. It's a typical setup. You have these. It starts off with these cops coming in, and busting in a door, and one of the cops gets killed. And that makes this one cop want to go out on vengeance. And then we jump to like a year later, where we meet up with the people who are just basically, I think the word is the catalyst that are just going to be driving the story along. And they are your typical your typical horror film teenagers. Or well, they're not teenagers because they're graduating. They graduated from like high school and they are about to go off on their separate lives. And so they're graduates from high school, I think. And they basically decided, oh, we're gonna go to sleazy ass Mexico. We're gonna go to they said we're gonna go to sleazy ass Mexico, have a party, get drunk, and once they go to Mexico, um, do the typical shit, they were trying to get their one friend laid, played by Ryder Strong. Oops, this this Ryder Strong, then Cabin Fever, um, which was directed by Eli Roth, and Eli Roth did Hostel, and Hostel pretty much has the same kind. This has kind of has the same plot as Hostel, um, pretty much, except for these characters. These characters are a little bit more likable than the characters in Hostel, which I like them more. They are less douchey, so you get to see them. Basically, Ryder Strong tries to get laid, tries, gets kidnapped. You get Sean Astin. You got fucking Goonies Sean Astin and Lord of the Rings Sean Astin. Um, Post Lord of the Rings Sean Astin, and it's pretty cool to see a post Lord of the Rings Sean Astin be in this horror film. I think that's pretty cool, and being a gritty hard ass in this movie is pretty cool to see. Him be an evil, sadistic bastard in this film. I wish that Sean Astin was in more of Borderlands, and whatever bullshit he's doing now, which is those pure flicks, Christian propaganda bullshit movies like Do You Believe? Yeah, you know that movie, Do You Believe? Well, he's starting. That's his latest movie. I'm thinking that he's gonna play in a few of those pure flicks Christian movies, and I'm like, oh god. I've seen the trailer to Do You Believe? It looks like typical bullshit from Pure Flicks. Basically, middle fingers to all the atheists in this motherfucker bullshit like God's not dead. But let's keep it non-religious. We're gonna talk about this movie. I'm sorry about that, but we got God's not dead coming out and whatever fuck. And Sean Astin's in that. So anyways, we get Sean Astin playing a hard ass. And I like seeing Sean Astin in this role. Then we get to see Ryder Strong gets into a terrible scenario. He's kidnapped. He's brutalized, and after he's brutalized, basically his friends try to find him, and there's some really creative torture scenes in this film. I like what's going on here. It's pretty much a very entertaining ride. Then after you see Sean Astin and crowd, after you see that this film goes along. You get to see the other guy try to escape, and it's pretty fucking intense. It's a tense scene with him running through that whole entire motel room hallway from the people that are chasing him. Man, that's pretty intense. We get the one guy who kind of looks like young Sean William Scott, Stifler, and in the first two American Pie movies. Not Sean William Scott now, but this guy could seriously be Sean William Scott's brother in a movie. I would actually find that quite interesting if this guy turns out to be fucking Sean William Scott's brother. So you basically have that they tag along this girl, they tag along the main protagonist of this film. It gets this girl involved. They go up and they get the sheriff that's got its partner killed in the beginning. And after he gets his partner killed in the beginning, they team up. They become a duo, and they try to save his buddy and basically do some pretty cool shit. They get into some really good fights. One fight in a fight there, and overall, I like Borderland. I like Borderland. I think the movie's pretty cool. I like how it, sleazes things up, and and I like what it does with the whole entire plot of the film. I think that's, it's well made. It's very well made. It surprises me that how well made Borderland is. It's really well made. I like the acting performances. I think that has a lot of creativity to it. It's probably the most darkest and realistic film I've reviewed this year so far. This 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews season so far. I love it. I think that it has a terrific atmosphere, a dirty, scummy scene to it. I like seeing Sean Astin break his stereotype in this film. I think that the actors do a great job. I, in all, love Borderland. I think that's a really good movie. If I were to give it a ranking, I'd probably give it a I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like, I think going past the 7 out of 10 is a little bit too much. Since this film is not very since the plot, what they do with the plot is very original, and I like it. But since the plot is, it's by the numbers plot. It's been done before. But setting aside the by the numbers plot, I think a 7 is a justifiable rating. I really don't know what is the proper rating. Should I do it with the numbers like 1 through 10? 1 through 10, or should it be the school's grading system, like A minus, A plus? I don't know. I think I gotta figure out my own rating. I don't know. I might have already discussed this. But Borderland is pretty good. I actually like it. And since we have some time to spare, let's talk about Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights, the bottom feature. Crazy Eights is pretty much an awful movie. It's pathetic. It's pathetic that Crazy Eights shares the same disc with Borderland. Borderland is a grade A flick. There's a rating. Borderland is a grade A flick. It's really awesome. It's really awesome in my book, but Crazy Eights is just an horrendous movie. It's boring. The acting is horrible. The whole entire plot is fucking nonsensical, boring, dull. I could go on for days. Tedious would be one word. I have very little complimentary things for Crazy Eights. It's Crazy Eights. It's an awful movie, but hey, I blind bought this Blu-ray. Well, Yeah, I blind bought this Blu-ray, and when I blind bought it, when I blind bought it, I had to, I got the result of one, oh my God, amazing, great film with Borderland, and one shitty, horrendous movie that's like most of the 8 films to die for films. This film really it really doesn't. Borderland doesn't really feel like it could be with them. Crazy Eights, on the other hand, just like goes hand in hand with the others. But other than that, Crazy Eight sucks. Borderland rocks. Now let's talk about the Blu-ray. As you can see there, I think Borderland has some pretty awesome cover artwork. The whole entire the packaging front cover there, it has a nice setup. Crazy Eights, pretty much you could tell by the whole entire artwork there, there's gonna be a shit movie. That goes without saying, but whatever. For a double pack, it's better than most double packs. There you go. Got the spine. Then you got the back, which doesn't really have much character to the back, other than just informing you about the film and who stars, the specs, and infographs or whatever for the films. Then you get the disc. And yet again, the Cruddy Echo cases. Well, yeah, Cruddy Echo cases, but whatever. It comes in one disc, and the disc is pretty much bare and blank, but whatever. Um, Whatever. If I were you, let's talk about the picture quality. Both these movies look pretty good. Both the movies look pretty good. Pretty good. Um, um, yeah, that goes without saying. The audio quality is good. I'm really not a aficionado of PQ and AQ. Um, if it's really bad, like the Howling like 3 film Blu-ray triple pack, or some Echo Bridge releases, then I could easily tell. But the picture quality here is suitable. I haven't really oh yeah, there's some extras. I like that. I like the disc menu to this film. Um, Look at um, um, Borderland gets a shit ton of extras, and Crazy Eight barely gets any, deservingly so, because fuck Crazy Eight. Anyways, Borderland gets my up deepest of recommendations, and this has been day number 17 of my 4th annual 31 Days of Horror Film Reviews. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope that you like this video, and you could show me that you like this video by giving the video a like, commenting, subscribing, do all that typical stuff that people say at the end of their videos. It would be greatly appreciated. Only if you want to. Yeah, so I shall be back in a little less than 24 hours with day number 18's review. And I hope that you like that one. I hope that you like the 16 videos that came before this one, this 17th video here, and the upcoming 14 videos that we have left in this month to do. Anyways, I got a film to watch after I'm done with this video for day number 18. Anyways, and this video officially closes the second week of October, so that means that we have 2 more weeks to go. So 2 more weeks to go. So that's pretty cool. Um, so tomorrow we shall be starting week number 3 of this month. Um, yeah, and yeah, I'm really dragging on. I'm sorry. So anyways, stay groovy and bye.